When I compared the Tecno Pop 10 against the Infinix Smart 10 some months ago, the two phones were basically the same thing, but this time around, there's something different with the Pop 20 and Smart 20. They might look identical on paper, but once you take a proper look, one starts making way more sense than the other. So in this video, I'm putting both phones head to head across these 7 different categories to find out which one you should actually spend your money on, so you don't end up making a big mistake. Let's kick things off with the design and build quality, and here's where the first problem starts. Tecno and Infinix are notorious for extreme copycatting, to the point that it gets outright ugly. Like when Infinix released the Smart 9 2 years ago, I thought finally they are being original, then they got lazy again. And the reason I'm saying this is because when you look at both Pop 20 and Smart 20, it's clear that once again they jumped on the latest trend, rectangular camera bumps, which I can argue Infinix executed much better. Like Tecno, what is this?
What's that, brother?
As for build quality, both phones feel really premium and sturdy in the hand regardless of the plastic build. They also both carry an IP64 rating for water splashes as well as drop resistance. So even if the Smart 20 looks better, that alone doesn't make it a superior phone design wise. And if you're enjoying this video, kindly leave a like right now and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. Thank you very much. Now, what happens when we turn to the external features? Well, both phones sport a side-mounted fingerprint scanner, an IR blaster, and speakers that sound loud even if they place them at the top for some weird reason. Now, if you think they are similar, that's not actually the case. The Infinix Smart 20 comes with NFC, which helps a lot with online payments. Does that mean that the Pop 20 has terrible externals? No. Does it mean it's not as good here in comparison to the Smart 20? Absolutely. Moving to the display, this is where things start getting quite interesting. Both phones come with 720p IPS LCD panels and 120Hz refresh rates, one sporting a 6.78-inch display and the other a 6.74-inch display. However, the Smart 20 screen is noticeably better thanks to its 800 nits of peak brightness and a sleeker hole punch cutout. What makes it all the more disappointing is that Tecno replaced last year's hole punch design on the Pop 10 with the outdated, much uglier teared up notch. What the fuck? Both screens are still good enough for consuming content at this price range, but the Smart 20 is clearly the better option, so it takes the point. On to the performance. Which phone handles day-to-day activities better? Now, before we answer that, I want you to bear in mind that both of these are entry-level smartphones, so don't expect flagship-level operation. The Tecno Pop 20 is powered by the Infinix 7250, while the Infinix Smart 20 runs on the MediaTek Helio G81 Ultimate. Both processors are alike in almost every way, so don't think one will outperform the other, because it simply won't. Does that make it a bad thing? Not really, because both phones still handle most activities well enough as long as you keep your expectations reasonable. Light multitasking and casual gaming will still run decently on either phone, so this one's a draw. Now, if you thought the teardrop notch was bad, wait until you see the software situation. The Pop 20 runs iOS on top of Android 15, the same software that last year's Pop 10 with. So by buying the Pop 20, you are essentially getting last year's experience with just a few new additions like Feeling 2.0. The Smart 20 on the other hand runs XOS on top of Android 16, which is a clear step forward from last year. It shows in how many new features you are getting, marking the first time that similarly priced options from Tecno and Infinix don't actually feel all that alike, and that's a big deal. Both phones are still loaded with features, especially on the AI side, but the Infinix Smart 20 has a better software for this price, and it's not even close. 5.2. This brings us to the battery life. Which one is better here? Well, powering the Infinix Smart 20 is a 5200 mAh battery, a decent improvement over the 5000 mAh on last year's Smart 10. I can't say the same for the Tecno though. The Pop 20 carries the same 5000 mAh capacity from last year, and even if that's not technically bad, the fact that Infinix upgraded just makes it more frustrating. That said, you are going to get excellent battery life on either phone regardless of what you are doing. Both come with 15W fast charging, and the real world difference won't be that dramatic, but the point in this category goes to Infinix for the Smart 20's bigger battery. And that leads us to the final category, the cameras. The Pop 20 comes with a 30MP main camera, while the Smart 20 comes with an 8MP main camera. At this price range, the photos from both are relatively similar, exactly what we expect from a $100 smartphone. The video, however, is a different story. The Smart 20 shoots up to 2K as opposed to 1080p on the Tecno, which should technically be better, but since in reality it's not really that much noticeable, this category finally concludes as a draw. Wow. So which one should you spend your money on? Pop 20 or the Smart 20? Well, from the moment I saw that cheered up notch on the Pop 20, I knew it didn't stand a chance. There are just too many areas where Tecno focused on the outside rather than actually improving what's underneath. The Smart 20 has the better looking display, a one-tap button, a bigger battery, and most importantly, the latest Android version available at this price range. If you are still deciding, buy the Smart 20, not the Pop 20, because at the end of the day, it's simply the better value for your money. Now, if you want an in-depth breakdown of either the Pop 20 or the Smart 20 to learn more about them, click any card on your screen right now and I'll tell you all about it.